Okay, welcome to second day of BPM, a very noisy environment, as you can probably hear. I'm here with Phil Morse from Digital DJ Tips. I'm a huge fan of the company. I think they represent everything that's slick about modern DJing. They offer training that is top-notch training. Phil, for those who don't know about Digital DJ Tips, can you just tell us a little bit about what the company is and what it does?
Okay, hello everyone. So I was a professional DJ for many years, played all over the place, played at Privilege in Ibiza. That was the kind of crowning glory of my DJing days. And when I stopped DJing professionally full time, digital DJing had just started, and I was kind of right on board with it. So I understood it from an early time, and missed it and wanted to do something to give something back. I started a website just discussing digital DJing. Because I was such an early adopter of it, I just kind of got it. Very quickly realized people needed teaching. To cut a long story short, we now have 14 training courses, 13,000 students in 95 countries, and we're the biggest provider of digital DJ training in the world by a long shot. So the website is really the public part of this big training organization that we've built over the last 6 years.
I caught just the tail end of your talk here at BPM yesterday, and I guess it says something for what you do, that it was easily the most well-attended session I saw the whole day. A couple of weeks ago you announced a new course called Power Mixing or something similar. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how it's different from the existing courses you've done? Is it something that's for beginners or very experienced DJs, mobile DJs? Is there something of interest to them in the course?
Okay, so the courses that we've done to date are all designed to get beginners to a certain level in whatever the course is about. We teach people to DJ, we don't teach people to do very specific things. To us it's a whole package. We teach gear, music, techniques, playing out and promoting yourself, and we have a circle that shows those things, and we think that unless you have all of them, you're never going to succeed. So all our courses are quite broad in a way. But what we did identify is that people love mixing. At the end of the day, people like getting from one tune to another and making that sound awesome. And while you do need all the things I just spoke about in order to be a DJ, once you've got a basis in all those areas, a lot of people just want to mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. So we made a course that is purely about that. That's what's different about it. It's purely about getting from one tune to the next tune. So it assumes you've got the other things. And that said, it's a broad course because the whole point of mixing creatively is that you're not tying yourself to one kind of music. So it's very appealing to mobile DJs who want to get technically better, because mobile DJs are the one category of DJs who really do have to play all kinds of music. So if you know, and if you know how to mix across BPMs and genres and styles and how to do that professionally and to have fun doing that, you're going to stand out from mobile DJs who wait to the fade, say something on the microphone and start another tune. Not that that's a bad way of doing it, but it's only one way of doing it. So this course appeals to club DJs who just want to start introducing more styles, but also to mobile guys who want to start playing the same music better, so it's across the board. It's done extremely well. It's taken us by surprise how much people want to learn new ways of mixing music. So yeah, that's what it's about.
We've got a full review of the course in our next issue, which should be out in a week's time. The other thing you announced yesterday were a couple of things from memory, a new website and a new book. Can you tell us first of all about this new website?
So we've launched a website called thedjtest.com, thedjtest.com, and it is a new way of DJs assessing where they are in their DJing, and more importantly, finding out quick ways of improving. So this website takes you through quite a comprehensive set of questions about your DJing, and at the end of the test, it gives you a DJ score. It's a score out of 100, and it also marks you in all the areas I spoke about: gear, music, techniques, playing out and promoting yourself. It shows you very easily on one scorecard where you're doing well and where you need to improve. And better than that, once you've taken the test, it gives you a personalized PDF coaching guide that you can download. It's a big document, by memory 40 or 50 pages, and This document goes into detail about 5 areas in each of those 5 areas I just spoke about that you can improve depending on how well you scored. So it's basically a personal improvement plan. It's like a personal trainer in a gym saying this is what we're going to do for you, not for everyone but for you. And further than that, once you have your training PDF, you are given over a week, you're given a set of videos which again are personalized to you. It's all free. The point is you take the course and we want you to come back 2, 3, 4 months later and do it again. And we're hoping that people will see their scores improving once we've pointed out where they're deficient and given them a way of improving it. So as I say, it's totally free, very exciting. It's cost a lot of time and money to develop this thing.
I'd like to ask you a question about the free stuff. One of the things that made me a little wary when I first came across Digital DJ Tips was you had a guide on controllers, and I had to sign up, and I thought, I'm setting myself up for a lot of spam here. And to your credit, I've really had no spam at all, and that controller guide was absolutely fantastic piece of work that you were giving away for free. I mean, obviously you're in a company and you're offering training and you're selling money, but you do seem to give away a lot of intellectual property and material that others would be charging money for. What is it that colours your decision on what side of that line to go when you're making a decision as opposed to charging money for it?
So our belief is that information is out there anyway, so there's no point pretending it isn't, and we will share everything we know with everyone who asks, but if it takes some of our time, then we're going to start charging for it. So all the free stuff we do, the website has massive reach. The DJ test I just spoke about has massive reach. Although we have spent time and money making these things, once they're out there, they're kind of free. They don't cost us any money to share with people. We want people to come in and share this stuff. But where we charge is for implementation. It's for the actual support and the help. So as you know yourself, our bigger products and our bigger courses, we're very involved in them. We can't do them all the time, we only do them once a year. And when we do open these bigger courses, we put a lot of our personal time into making sure the students get the results. That's where we charge, that's where we make the money, and that's where we get the money to give. We're not stupid, we know 95% of our audience will never buy anything from us. But if we give everything we can to everyone, 5% are going to buy something, and that's enough. That's enough to keep the company rolling, enough to make new products, enough to keep everything ticking over. So we feel if you live in a world of abundance, give everything away that you can, and charge for the very, very high end. The people who want the help, the people who want the support, the people who want the result quicker, and the people who want to go a bit deeper, they're happy to pay anyway. So we don't see a conflict there, not at all.
The company's grown quite a lot over the last year. You've got new employees. I mean, I think Steve, your senior tutor, has been with you for a while. I bumped into Steve at the Pro Mobile conference. Now, up till now, you've focused primarily, I think, on the sort of bar and club DJs. I mean, you talk about business and marketing yourself, and you've got a course that I think you brought in from outside for wedding DJs. Seeing Steve at the Pro Mobile conference, I wondered if perhaps you were going to be branching out more into some of those areas like the wedding DJ area. Is that likely to happen, or have you decided that's not for us, we'll focus on?
So what we're deciding is that DJing is becoming more universal. And what we're seeing is mobile DJs wanting to become more technical and club DJs wanting to play wider sets to wider audiences. All DJs want to make music, or at least mess around with music a bit more. So we're starting to see it all converging in our business, and we want to teach everyone to be a more rounded DJ. Because the truth is that if people hear you're a DJ, they don't think like we do, what kind of DJ. They just think, hey, my cousin's a DJ. Will you play my wedding? Will you do this? Will you do that? And I think most DJs would quite like to be able to do this or that. And so the club guys want to be able to play mobile gigs, the mobile guys want to be able to show the skills that club guys have got, and everyone wants to make music. And so, yes, we're seeing everything converge, and we're trying to teach the same skills to everyone who comes near us. We've identified 5 types of DJ who come to us. Brand new, bedroom, semi-pro, I'll come back to that one, people returning to DJing, having had a break, and producers wanting to learn to DJ. They're a growing area. But the semi-pros could be club residents who are not happy with the gigs they're getting. There could be mobile DJs who aren't happy with the number of bookings they're getting or the quality of bookings. Anyone who's not happy with the money they're making. And we actually don't differentiate in that semi-pro category between club residents, mobile DJs, corporate DJs, anyone who's earning a bit of money but is not satisfied with where they are. We think that their needs are more common than their differences. So we don't really differentiate, is the truth.
Now, the other thing that was new, you published an excellent guide, I recall, on DJing using an iPad, which was a PDF, but you've now just announced here at BPM a real book called Rock the Dance Floor. It's going to sell, I think it's going to be available on Amazon for about £12.50, something like that. £12.99. Tell me what the book's about.
So this is basically the distilled knowledge of having taught 13,000 DJs over 6 years. This is the guide from beginning to end on how we teach DJing, how we think DJing should be done. It covers, as I mentioned before, gear, music, techniques, playing out, promoting yourself in that order. It's got the best of my knowledge and the best of the knowledge in our company in one book for the first time. It's a great guide to get started with, basically, and we've given it away at the show here to lots of our industry partners. We sold a lot of copies here, and a lot of people who really don't need a guide like this are coming back and saying, you know what, I found something in there that I wasn't expecting, and I've learned something. So hopefully it's going to be useful not only to beginners but to people who, even people who don't want to DJ, but they enjoy it. They enjoy the whole thing. They want to learn a bit more about what DJs do. So we're hoping it can be read by people who don't even want to DJ, all the way up to people who are already doing it, and everyone in between. We're really proud of it. It's taken a lot of work. It's coming out on the 1st of October on Amazon worldwide and on Kindle as well.
Okay, well, thanks for your time today, Phil. Just to wrap up, can you give any clues as to what you're focusing on over the next year? I mean, other than what's been announced?
We have a new website coming up. We have a subscription program coming up, so DJs can join Digital DJ Tips on a monthly basis and get stuff that they couldn't get otherwise. And we also have a big course on becoming a DJ producer. We have one beginner's course on being a DJ producer, but our new one will take people from beginner to actually having professionally finished music on sale worldwide. So that's 2017. It's looking busy already.
Excellent. Well, thanks again for your time, Phil. As I said earlier, I'm a big fan of Phil's products, and those who know me know I can be extremely critical. There's very little to criticize about what Digital DJ Tips do, and they have a money-back guarantee. So give them a try. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. I was a commercial club DJ for 3 years, and I've learned so much that, and relearned so much that took me a long time to learn just by taking one of Phil's courses. Thanks again for your time, Phil. Cheers. Thanks a lot.